Think about that one guy in your gym. He trains maybe 3 days a week. He takes days off. He sleeps in. He does not obsess over every gram of protein. He looks completely lazy. Yet, he is twice your size and his muscles look full, while you train 6 days a week, grind every morning, and look exactly the same as you did last year. You probably tell yourself he just has superior genetics, or that he is taking steroids. You are lying to yourself to protect your ego. The brutal truth is this: he is building muscle faster than you because his laziness is biologically superior to your discipline. Your constant hustle is exactly what is destroying your physique. In the next few minutes, I am going to expose the biological trap you are living in. I will show you why doing less is the only way you will ever trigger real growth. If you want to keep believing the fitness magazines, close this video and go back to sleep. But if you are ready to wake up, understand your own biology, and stop being a victim, subscribe to this channel right now. We only speak the truth here. Now, let us dissect the anatomy of this massive scam. The entire fitness empire is built on a single toxic word. That word is more. They brainwash you into believing that you need more volume, more days in the gym, more sets, more protein, more supplements. This more mentality is a financial trap, and it is destroying your central nervous system. When you go to the gym 6 days a week, you feel like a hard worker. You get a massive pump. Your muscles fill with blood. You look in the mirror under those bright fluorescent lights, and you feel huge. But you are not building tissue. You are experiencing an illusion. The fitness industry sells you the idea that the gym is a factory where muscle is constructed. That is a biological lie. The gym is a demolition site. When you lift heavy weights, you are not creating anything. You are destroying. You are tearing muscle fibers apart. You are causing severe physical trauma to your own body. You are creating a medical injury. Think about this logically. If you accidentally cut your arm with a knife, you would not cut it again the exact same way the very next day to make it heal faster. You would leave it alone. You would let it heal. But because the fitness industry told you that taking days off makes you lazy, you keep opening the biological wound. You never let the tissue heal. You are stuck in a permanent state of systemic inflammation. This brings us to the second layer of the trap, the supplement lie. The industry convinced you that if you just consume enough artificial protein powder, your body will magically heal the daily trauma you cause it. This is biologically false. Think of protein as nothing more than bricks. Bricks do not build a house by themselves. You can dump 1,000 bricks on an empty lot, and it will just be a pile of bricks. To build a house, you need construction workers. In your human body, the construction workers are your hormones, specifically your testosterone and your human growth hormone. When you train aggressively every single day, your body does not know you are trying to look good for the beach. Your ancient brain thinks you are fighting for your life. It thinks you are in extreme danger. To protect you, your body releases a massive wave of a stress hormone called cortisol. Cortisol is the absolute enemy of muscle growth. When your cortisol levels are constantly high from overtraining, your body shuts down your natural testosterone production. It fires the construction workers. So, you can eat all the expensive protein you want. You can drink the colorful shakes. But if your hormonal construction workers are fired because you are too stressed and broken down from overtraining, those protein bricks just sit there. Your body turns that expensive protein into waste. You are literally flushing your money down the toilet while your muscles stay the exact same size. You are buying the lie and you are paying for it with your own biology. Now, look back at the lazy man. Because he rests, because he skips the gym when he is tired, his cortisol remains at the absolute floor. His central nervous system is calm. His body feels safe. Because he feels safe, his brain floods his system with natural testosterone and human growth hormone. The protein he eats actually gets used to build tissue, while the protein you eat gets burned up in a state of biological panic. He is doing half the work and getting double the biological reward. Let us look deeper into how this scam plays out in your daily life. You wake up exhausted. Your joints ache. You have brain fog. Instead of listening to your body screaming for rest, what do? You reach for the pre-workout. You consume massive amounts of artificial caffeine and chemicals just to shock your nervous system into functioning. The industry sells you this poison so you can go back to the demolition site and cause more damage. They sell you the poison to train, and then they sell you the protein to recover. But the recovery never actually happens. You are treating a complex biological machine like a chemical dump. Every time you force a workout when your body is already broken, you are engaging in biological self-harm. You are burning the engine of a car that has no oil. The fitness models you follow, the ones selling you these 6-day-a-week routines, are not playing by the same rules. Many of them are injecting synthetic hormones that allow them to recover from that absurd amount of volume. But you are a natural man. You cannot copy the routine of a chemically enhanced bodybuilder and expect the same results. For a natural man, copying that kind of volume is a slow, methodical suicide of your potential. You are shrinking yourself on purpose. So, how do you escape this trap? How does a natural man actually build real tissue? The answer is terrifyingly simple, but nobody makes a massive profit by selling you simplicity. We need to introduce the concept of the biological switch. Think of muscle growth like a heavy light switch in a pitch-black room. Your only mission when you walk into the gym is to find that room and flip the switch on. To do this, you lift heavy weight with total, absolute intensity until the target muscle completely fails. You do not stop when it hurts. You stop when the muscle physically cannot move the weight another inch. Once that mechanical failure happens, the switch is flipped. The biological signal has been sent to your brain. Your body now realizes that it must grow bigger and stronger to survive this exact threat next time. Here is where 99% of men completely destroy their own progress. Once the switch is on, you need to leave the room. The workout is over. The job is done. But because you have been brainwashed by the fitness industry to believe that more is better, you stay in the room. You do 4 more exercises. You do drop sets. You spend another hour sweating and grinding. The industry wants you to believe that sweat equals success. They want you to measure your progress by how exhausted you feel when you leave the gym. But exhaustion is not a badge of honor. Exhaustion is a sign of poor biological resource management. What are you actually doing when you do all those extra sets? You are standing in the room, hitting the light switch with a hammer. You are not making the light any brighter. You are just smashing the switch into pieces. You only need 1 or 2 intense sets to trigger growth. Everything you do after that is garbage volume. It is unnecessary toxic damage that your body now has to waste valuable energy healing, instead of actually growing new muscle. You must adopt the minimum effective dose. Go to the gym. Hit the target muscle with terrifying effort for a very short amount of time. Send the survival signal, and then get out immediately. Stop living inside the demolition site. Once you escape the trap of endless overtraining, you enter the only phase that actually builds a physique, the dark phase. This is the ultimate secret the supplement companies hide from you. Muscle is never built under the bright fluorescent lights of a gym. Muscle is built in the pitch-black darkness of your bedroom. Rest is not something you do just because you are tired. Rest is an active, aggressive biological process. It is the only time your physical architecture actually changes. If you want to look different, you have to stop acting like a desperate worker and start acting like a biological architect. You need to weaponize laziness. Strategic laziness, which is simply deep, unapologetic recovery, is the ultimate anabolic steroid, and it is completely free. The lazy man grows because he spends the vast majority of his time in the rest and digest state. You cannot outwork a tired nervous system. You cannot trick your hormones with more hustle. When you enter deep sleep, a miraculous shift happens. Your brain finally drops your cortisol levels. The systemic stress vanishes. Your nervous system calms down, and then your brain releases a massive wave of human growth hormone into your bloodstream. This is the magic chemical. Human growth hormone heals the microscopic damage you caused in the gym, and it adds brand new muscle tissue. It literally burns body fat while you are lying in bed. But your body will only release this powerful hormone if you are completely relaxed, entirely recovered, and sleeping deeply in a cold, dark room. If you stay up late staring at the blue light of your phone, you destroy this process. If you drink alcohol, you destroy this process. If you train 3 days a week with absolute brutal intensity and spend the other 4 days resting, walking, and sleeping deeply, you will grow faster than the guy training 6 days a week. You will have limitless energy. Your chronic joint pain will disappear. Your natural testosterone will rise because your body is no longer in a state of permanent panic. You will finally realize that the fitness industry stole your time, your money, and your potential by constantly telling you to do more. The truth is quiet. The truth is incredibly simple. You do not need another expensive pre-workout supplement. You do not need a new complicated workout routine from a fitness influencer. You need to stop destroying your own biological machine. You need to train extremely hard but rarely. You need to eat simple, real food. And you need to rest with absolute purpose. This is the path of the bioarchitect. We do not work hard just to show off to other men how much we can suffer. We work smart to force our biology to adapt and grow. We do less volume, but we achieve massive results. You have a choice to make right now. You can go back to the comfortable lies. You can wake up tomorrow morning, drink your toxic chemicals, go to the gym for 2 useless hours, and continue to look exactly the same year after year. Or you can step out of the illusion today. You can take total control of your biological machinery. I am looking for the few men who are finally ready to drop their ego, stop the useless hustle, and let their biology actually work for them. If you are ready to do less and grow more, I want you to leave a comment below. Type the exact words, "The grind is dead." Do not type this if you are going back to your 6-day-a-week punishment tomorrow. But if you are ready to weaponize your recovery, leave the comment. Kill the lights and go be lazy.